Hola guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and for today I'm going to show you how to prepare lemon zest mandazis. So to start with, we have our eggs, mandazi fortified wheat flour. I'm going to use this mandazi flour because it already has a mixture of baking powder. And then we have sugar. For sugar, you use the amount you want. It depends with how much you are a sugar tooth. And then we have vanilla essence. And then we have blue band. You can use blue band or you can use margarine, the prestige margarine, which has a vanilla essence. And then we have 2 eggs here, and then we have our lemon here. This is the lemon I'm going to use. I'm going to grate it. And then we have milk. For milk, you're using warm milk, guys. You use warm milk, period. Remember that you use warm milk. And then now we have our cooking oil. So stay tuned as I get to the next step, guys. I've used 3 cups of mandazi flour. So this eggs mandazi flour, it already has baking powder, so I'm not going to add any baking powder. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of blue band to my flour. My hands are already clean, guys, don't judge me. And then now I mix this blue band with my flour. So that's what I'm just doing here. You mix it up just a little bit, and then now I'm going to add my sugar. I've used about 4 tablespoons of sugar. Adding my sugar to these 2. I think that's enough, and then I'm just mixing it up. That's what I'm just doing here, guys. You make sure it's evenly everywhere. So that's what I'm just doing. My vanilla essence, that's enough for me. And then now to this I'm going to grate my lemon, and that's how you make lemon zest. It's simply easy. So guys, I'm just here grating my lemon, and you make sure you grate it but you don't get to the white part, because the white part tends to be bitter. Don't get to here. This is the bitter part. We just need the green side, guys. To these eggs, I'm beating up my eggs, and then to these eggs I'm going to add milk, and I'm going to use 2 cups of milk. So I'm just making my wet ingredients here. So to these I'm adding up my milk to it. And guys, you use warm milk. Kindly remember, you use warm milk, and you mix them up properly. And now this is our wet ingredients, so we are going to add up to our dry ingredients. So guys, I'm just going to add my wet ingredients here as I mix this up. So that's what I'm just doing here. I'm going to whisk them first before I start mixing with my hand. And then you knead it until it's not sticky on your hands and on the kneading surface, and also it's not breaking. Like this is still breaking. This is breaking dough, so you knead it when it's so smooth together. So I'm just kneading my flour here to make a smooth dough. Sprinkled flour on my working surface, and then I placed my dough, and then I'm going to work it through until it's soft, guys. And this is how you do it. I tend to use this part of my hand here while kneading. You make sure it kneads and it's smooth and not sticky, guys. So that's what I'm just doing here. I'm kneading it until it is smooth. So that's what I'm just doing here. You see it's starting to turn out soft and not breaky, so let's keep going. You use this movement, guys, back and forth. This is what I'm just doing here. You can sprinkle more flour on your surface if your dough is still sticky. And that's how it goes, guys. You make sure it's so soft that it's not sticking on your hands. That's all I'm doing here. So guys, you need your dough until it's not sticky on your hands or on the surface. So this is good enough for me. You see it's not sticking on my hands. So I'm going to return it back to the bowl, and then I'm going to cover my dough for about 1 hour ndio ifanye kufura yani. So that's what I'm just doing here. I return it here. And then for me, I don't cover on the surface. I tend to cover on the dough itself yani. So that's what I'm just doing here. So I'm using my clinch film to cover it, guys. So you make sure no air gets through, and you give it about 1 hour. The more it rests, the better. So that's how we do it, guys. So I'm going to let it rest for a while and then come back later on. So guys, I've already covered my dough here, and I'm gonna let it rest for 1 hour. See ya. This is how my dough looks like. It has already puffed up, and this is good news, guys. This is a promising dough. So we are going to let it out, and then we give it a little bit of massage. Guys, today I'm just feeling these mandazis, by the way. So I'm going to sprinkle my surface once more with flour, and then take my already puffed up dough, give it a little bit of massage here and there. Now this is so nice, guys. You see how smooth it is? This is how it should be, guys. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of massage, and then I roll it down. So this is how you just roll it down, guys, so that now you can eventually cut them into small circles. So that's what I'm just doing here. I'm just rolling it out. So stay tuned, guys. We are about to finish up. Guys, I'm going to cut these into small circles, and I'm going to try to cut them into medium circles, guys. So that's what I'm just doing here. I'm cutting it into medium sizes and then setting them aside. So this is how you do it. So after cutting them, I'm going to make them into these balls, and then I just set them aside for a little bit while. And in the process of doing this, guys, you're going to put your, what is it called, your oil on heat now. So let's just do this. Let's finish up this, and then we cover them up just a little bit, and then we put our oil on heat. Okay, guys? So I'm just trying to make them into circular shape, by the way. And you can see the lemon zest in it, this greenish thingy going on. Meantime, guys, we are going to set our oil on fire. What did I just say? We are going to heat up our oil, so I think that's enough. And I'm using this oil, this picker oil. This oil is always good for cooking, by the way, because it doesn't have a lot of cholesterol, and that's why I like it. So you set your oil on fire. Let's roll out our circular shapes, and you make sure you roll it into a thick circle, not so thin, because when you roll them so thin, it won't have the fleshy aspect inside them. So I'm just going to roll them into a kind of good circle, but thick enough, and then now I'm going to cut them. You can cut them into triangular shape, you can use rectangular shape, you can use a circular shape, what you really want for your mandazis. So I'm going to show you all the shapes, so stay tuned. I'm just literally going to cut it into in the middle and then cut them this way, and that's it for the triangular shape. Guys, to know if your oil is hot enough to 180 degrees Celsius, this is just like a kitchen trick or a kitchen hack. You use the flour. So if you you sprinkle it in the oil and then it has to bubble up so fast. For this it is not yet ready, so that's why it's bubbling up, like it's taking long to bubble up. So let's wait. It, guys, you see how fast those bubbles have formed? That is how you know your oil has heated up enough. So I'm just going to dip my mandazis into this and we see how it goes about. This is how you go about it. You use the corner side carefully, and that's how you do it. Guys, you just space them and you see they are already puffing up, so you try and get some oil on top of them. When they start puffing up this way, you just sprinkle oil on top of them, and then you turn them so that they don't visipasuke yani. So that's how you go about for the mandazis. You just turn them this way and sprinkle more oil on top of them. And I like the outcome already. So the longer you let it rest, the more it puffs up, the better and the prettier. So let's just wait for these ones to cook up as we roll up other ones, guys. This is the final product of our mandazis, and this is how they look. They are well brown and well cooked. So to know if your mandazis are well cooked, we are just going to give a try. We are going to break one of them and give them a try. So you see how it looks inside, guys. This proves to you that it is well cooked, guys, and it has some fleshy part in it. So you can have these mandazis with maybe coconut beans or tea for breakfast, which I'm going to do the same with tea. So remember to like, share and subscribe. Bon appetit.